Hey everyone! Welcome back to the English Leap Podcast, your favorite English podcast for learning English through real-life conversations and personal growth. I'm Erin.
And I'm Evan. And if you've ever said, I want to improve my English, but I just don't have time, well, today's episode might surprise you.
Because honestly, the problem isn't always time. Sometimes it's how we spend our time, especially in the evenings. So let me ask you this. What do you usually do when you get back from work or school?
Be honest. You come home, maybe change your clothes, grab a snack, and then what?
Okay, I'll go first. And this might sound familiar. I come home, I open the fridge even if I'm not hungry. Then I lie down with my phone, scroll through Instagram, maybe watch a few YouTube videos. Then suddenly it's dark outside, and I'm still in the same spot. The whole evening just vanishes.
Haha, I've been there too. For the longest time, my evenings felt like this foggy blur. Relaxing, maybe, but also kind of disappointing. But then, while I was randomly surfing the internet one night, I read something that completely shifted my mindset.
Ooh, what was it?
It said, your 9 to 5 earns your living, but your 5 to 9 builds your future. That hit me, because those evening hours, they're the only time in the day we fully control, and we waste them more than we realize.
So true. We say we want to get fluent in English or start something new, but our evenings are where those goals either grow or quietly die.
Exactly. That's why in today's episode, we're talking about how to stop wasting your evenings, how to use your time after work for self-improvement, and how English learners can turn evenings into real progress, even if it's just 20 minutes a day.
And don't worry, we've packed this episode with natural English expressions, listening practice, and a free downloadable PDF with comprehension, grammar, vocabulary, and reflection prompts exercises to help you grow faster.
So, let's get into it. Because this one shift, the way you use your evenings, could completely change the direction of your life.
Let's start with the truth we all feel but don't say out loud. Most of us are not spending our evenings the way we want to. We come home, mentally exhausted, and tell ourselves we deserve a break. Which we do. But what do we reach for? Our phones. A bag of snacks. That one episode.
That's the scary part, right? I read once that social media engineers don't just want your attention, they want your evening. Every swipe, every next video suggestion. It's not random. It's a trapdoor built into your routine.
And it's not just your phone. Even streaming platforms do it. Have you noticed how every web series ends with that one twist? That little cliffhanger that makes you go, okay, just one more episode. And then suddenly, it's 1 a.m., and you don't even remember what you watched. Just that you couldn't stop.
Totally. It's wild how they've mastered the craving loop. It's not entertainment anymore. It's engineered addiction. And the worst part? We think we're relaxing, but our brain never really rests.
Yes. But here's the hopeful part. If something can be designed to waste your time, it can also be redesigned to protect it.
And redesigning doesn't mean setting 1,000 alarms or becoming a monk. It starts with one simple habit, naming your evening. Just that.
Instead of saying, I'll chill, say, from 7 to 8, I recharge. From 8 to 9, I learn or move. Giving time a name gives it purpose. It's like reclaiming territory you didn't even realize you'd lost.
It's almost like drawing a border around your peace. And once you do that, you'll start noticing how much of your evening has been silently hijacked.
And the crazy thing is, It's not just apps or shows. It's the entire space around you. Your room, your lights, your sounds. Everything around you is silently choosing what happens next.
Yeah. I used to work with my laptop on the bed, TV in front of me, phone buzzing every few minutes, and I wondered why I couldn't focus or fall asleep peacefully. Turns out the space around me was wired for distraction, not for clarity.
Your brain isn't the problem. The problem is that your environment is speaking louder than your goals. If your phone is the first thing you see, that's what your mind grabs. But if your journal is there, or your sketch pad, or your guitar, suddenly a different version of you shows up.
Think about it. Supermarkets put candy near the checkout because placement drives action. So why not do the same at home? Want to read more? Leave your book on the sofa. Want to stretch? Lay out the mat before dinner. Let your space invite better behavior.
Here's something to try tonight. Remove one thing from your evening space that drains you. Then add one thing that lifts you. That's not decoration. That's transformation.
And the best part? Once your space stops working against you, you don't need to force good habits. They just flow. That's the perfect time to bring in your secret weapon. Point 3. Make good habits obvious. Bad habits invisible.
So I started uninstalling Instagram every evening at 6. Sounds extreme, but I'd reinstall it the next day if I needed to. At night, it just wasn't worth the energy it sucked out of me.
That's genius. I did something similar. I moved my phone charger to the kitchen. So now, if I want to scroll in bed, I literally have to get up. I'm not saying I never scroll, but I scroll less. Because now, my laziness works in my favor.
And here's a twist I love. Don't just remove the bad, highlight the good. I started leaving my drawing tablet right on the table. Now, when I sit down, I don't even have to decide what to do. It's already waiting for me.
This is what habit experts call friction. Make bad habits harder. Make good habits so easy that your future self says, "Thank you."
So tonight, don't try to fix everything. Just pick one thing to hide and one thing to highlight. That's not just behavior change. That's self-respect in action.
Yeah. And the more you do that, even in small ways, the more you start feeling like you're back in control. And once you've created even a little space in your evening, the question becomes, what do you fill it with? That's where we move into something people rarely think about. But it's a game changer. Point 4, don't just wind down. Create a closing ritual.
Oh, yes. So many people confuse winding down with zoning out, like lying on the couch with random YouTube videos playing while scrolling Instagram. But that's not winding down. That's fading out. There's no closure in it. It's like falling asleep during a conversation without ever saying goodbye.
Exactly. And your brain needs that closure. When you create a simple ritual to end your day, not for productivity, but for peace, your nervous system gets the message. We're done for the day. You're safe now. Without that message, your mind keeps spinning, even while your body tries to rest.
And that's why we wake up tired. Not just physically, but emotionally. Because the tension from yesterday never got processed. But something small, lighting a candle, writing down 3 thoughts, putting on calming music, even taking a shower in dim lighting. It's like emotionally tucking yourself into bed.
Totally. I have this playlist I only play at night. Nothing fancy, just soft guitar and ambient sounds. But now, the moment I hit play, my body starts letting go. That's the power of repetition. Over time, it becomes a habit that doesn't just help you sleep, it helps you heal.
Yes. Think of your closing ritual as the punctuation mark at the end of your day. You're not adding another task. You're adding meaning. And that leads perfectly into our final point, the mindset that ties it all together.
Point 5. End your evening with pride, not pressure.
This one changed everything for me. Because honestly, I used to go to bed every night with this list in my head of what I didn't do. Didn't reply to that email, didn't finish my to-do list, didn't work out, and I'd fall asleep feeling like I failed.
Same here. And the sad part is, I did a lot. But I couldn't feel proud of it because I was judging the day by what was left unfinished instead of what I carried through. And that pressure, it ruins rest. You can't feel proud and guilty at the same time.
That's why I started asking myself one simple question before bed. What did I do today that honored me? Sometimes it's as small as, I didn't check my email after dinner, or I cooked something fresh instead of ordering out. That one line helps me end the day with self-trust, not self-criticism.
We often think pride comes from big wins, but the quiet victories, saying no when it's hard, stopping at one episode, choosing to stretch instead of scroll, those are the wins that build your identity, that tell you, I show up for me.
So if your evenings have been feeling messy or meaningless, maybe tonight, instead of chasing a perfect routine, you just give yourself permission to end the day with kindness. You did your best, and that's enough.
That simple shift, from pressure to pride, changes how you sleep, how you wake up, and eventually, how you live.
And if you're learning English, evenings can also be the perfect time to practice. Quietly, calmly, without pressure. Just like this podcast. Even listening to a few minutes every night can help your brain absorb language more naturally.
And now, as always, we're passing the mic to Crystal for your vocabulary breakdown. She'll explain some of the words and expressions we used in this episode, so you can understand them more deeply and use them with confidence.
Take it away, Crystal.
Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Let's take a few moments to go over some of the vocabulary and expressions you heard. I'll explain them clearly, one by one, so feel free to repeat after me or write them down. Ready? Let's begin. Disappoint. To disappoint means to let someone down, or to let yourself down. Example: I didn't follow my plan and I felt disappointed in myself. Let's say it together. Disappoint. We all feel this sometimes. But remember, even one small win can change that story. Let's go to the next word. Randomly. Randomly means something happens without a plan or reason, just by chance. Example: I clicked on one video and then randomly watched 5 more. Let's say it softly together. Randomly. When things happen randomly, we lose our sense of control, but we can always take them back. Moving on to the next one. Vanish. To vanish means to disappear completely, almost like magic. Example: my evening vanished before I realized how late it got. Let's say it gently together. Vanish. Time doesn't shout when it leaves. It just vanishes. That's why awareness matters. All right, let's continue. Exhausted. Exhausted means you're not just tired, you're drained, physically or emotionally. Example: She was so exhausted after work, she didn't even eat dinner. Let's say it slowly together. Exhausted. Being exhausted is your body's way of asking for kindness. Next, we have a really visual one. Trapdoor. A trapdoor looks normal on the outside, but drops you somewhere unexpected. Example. Social media is like a trapdoor in your routine. It pulls you in before you know it. Let's say it clearly together. Trapdoor. Some distractions don't look dangerous until you've already fallen through. Let's look at the next one. Cliffhanger. A cliffhanger is when a story ends with suspense, so you have to know what happens next. Example. The episode ended on a cliffhanger, so I stayed up watching the next one. Let's say it gently together. Cliffhanger. Cliffhangers pull us forward, but sometimes they pull us away from our peace. Now let's explore something empowering. Reclaim. To reclaim means to take back something that was yours, like your time or your energy. Example. She reclaimed her evenings by turning off notifications after 7 p.m. Let's say it proudly together. Reclaim. This word reminds you your time belongs to you. Next word coming up. Placement. Placement is about where something is put or positioned, physically or mentally. Example. The placement of your phone at night can change how well you rest. Let's say it together. Placement. Even small changes in placement can shift how we feel inside. Let's keep going. Zone out. To zone out means to lose focus, when your body is there, but your mind drifts away. Example. He zoned out on the couch and barely noticed 2 hours pass. Let's say it slowly together. Zone out. Zoning out feels like rest, but often it just leaves you emptier. And finally, let's end with something gentle and strong. Pride. Pride is a warm, powerful feeling when you know you've done something meaningful. Example. She felt quiet pride for cooking a healthy meal instead of ordering fast food. Let's say it together. Pride. You don't need applause. Pride grows quietly inside when you show up for yourself. That's it for today's breakdown. Remember, even learning one word deeply is better than memorizing 10 you forget tomorrow. So come back to these words during the week. Speak them, write them, feel them. You're not just learning English. You're building a lifestyle that respects your time, your energy, and your future.
Thank you, Crystal. And thanks to all of you for being with us today.
We hope this episode gave you something to think about and something to change. Take care of your evenings, and they'll take care of you.
We'll see you in the next one.
Until then, take care and goodbye.